In the quiet town of Ravenswood, where each night seemed darker than the last, there was a house at the end of Ebon Lane. An old Victorian mansion that had long since fallen into disrepair, its once grand facade now shrouded in creeping ivy and the whispers of the past. The locals avoided it, their fear perpetuated by the many tales of its cursed history. Everyone knew the story of the Ashbourne family who had vanished one night without a trace, leaving their meals half-eaten and the front door wide open. Some said they still roamed the halls, unseen but felt, their presence a shiver down the spine or an inexplicable sense of dread. Clara, a young journalist looking for her big break, decided to investigate. Armed with nothing but a flashlight and her camera, she approached the house at twilight, the sun casting a sinister glow over the twisted wrought iron gate that guarded the property. As she pushed open the creaking gate, a chill breeze whispered through the trees, carrying with it the faintest of cries. Or was it just the wind? Undeterred, Clara stepped inside. The wooden floorboards groaned under her weight, echoing through the cavernous rooms. The air was thick with dust and decay, the scent almost palpable as she made her way deeper into the darkness. Her flashlight flickered, casting eerie shadows that seemed to dance and twist in the corners of her vision. She paused, heart racing, when a cold draft brushed past her neck. "Who's there?" Her voice seemed too loud, too intrusive in the silence that followed. A photograph on the mantel caught her eye. The Ashbourne family, their hollow eyes seemed to follow her as she moved. She reached out to touch it, and a sudden bang from upstairs sent her heart into her throat. Summoning her courage, Clara climbed the narrow staircase, each step a protest of ancient wood. At the top, she found a long hallway with doors on either side. One door stood ajar, and the dim light inside beckoned her. She pushed the door open and found herself in a child's bedroom, untouched by time. A rocking horse swayed lazily in the corner, creaking with each movement. As she raised her camera to capture the scene, a low moan filled the room. Panic surged through her, but she stood her ground, determined to uncover the truth. The closet door rattled violently, and Clara forced it open. There, inside, was a small, intricately carved box. She reached for it, and the moment her fingers brushed the lid, the lights went out. Cloaked in darkness, Clara felt a presence, a cold breath on her ear, and a whisper that sent a jolt of terror through her. "You shouldn't have come here." She turned to run, but the house seemed to close in around her, the walls narrowing, the shadows reaching out like hands. She stumbled and fell, her flashlight skittering away into the blackness. Desperation clawed at her as she crawled towards the faint glimmer of moonlight through a broken window. Just as she reached the window, something cold and strong wrapped around her ankle, pulling her back into the depths of the house. Her screams echoed in the emptiness, swallowed by the house that had claimed yet another victim. That night, Ravenswood was silent. But if you listened, truly listened, you might hear the faint echo of Clara's cries, forever mingling with the whispers of Ebon Lane.